So the idea was that those tokens rightfully belonged and legally belonged to the network itself. And the network was essentially paying Block One over a period of 10 years to remain in the ecosystem. Block One being one of the largest, essentially, employees, if not the largest employee of the network. In big part, it was for Block One to fulfill its commitments that it did during the token sale. But I would say it started probably closer to June of 2020, where we started seeing a rapid decline in the amount of code that was being produced, but more importantly, the quality of the code that was being produced. This culminated when Dan and a few other individuals, a few other senior developers at Block One left Block One. And so this is the third or fourth time where Block One misses deadlines. Being a block producer, we've seen it firsthand with code. We've seen it firsthand with the negotiations that ultimately didn't lead anywhere. The consensus as we can find it is that the block producers will fork away Block One. So the meaning of a fork in EOS is very different than the meaning of a fork in other traditional blockchains. That's one of the functions and one of the features of EOS was the idea that you could fork without having to recreate a token every time. The ENF has zero power on chain. And so the ENF essentially just takes its orders from the block producers. The way that I see the ENF and the way that I would like to see it going forward is that it doesn't really care if the blues or the reds or the purples or the greens are in power. It's just like an administrative branch that does the operations that execute. EOS now fully becoming a DAO. EOS wasn't Block One, or EOS is no longer Block One. I did not think that Brock was malicious. I think that Brock has really, really good intent for EOS. It was very much one of those moments where I was taken aback. I wasn't sure if what was happening was real. It took me a while to actually kind of digest what had just happened. I've told Brock as much that I think that it's important to not only forgive, but to let go. I think we need to let go of this moment. I think we need to move towards kind of the next chapter. We need to continue down that path. That's what's important. This drama and what happened is not important. It's important for everybody to want to move on. The people that are still in EOS have been in EOS despite of everything